Hi, I'm Jonathan,
And I'm Jennifer.
and you're watching A Well-Traveled Life.
Where we will do cool projects around the house.
Travel the world.
Here's to the journey.
Welcome to the Azores, and particularly to the city of Ponta Delgada on the island of Sao Miguel. Your cruise ship will dock at the Puerto del Mar, and you can walk directly into the city. It's about 10 minutes, not a difficult walk at all. Once you get into the city, you'll have options to get taxis, local buses, tour guides, horse-drawn carriages, or the local tram that runs around the downtown area. For your shore excursions from the cruise, the buses will be waiting right outside, and you'll have no chance to get into the city at all unless you make time either before or after your excursion. If you're looking to try and get out on your own, there are car rentals on the island that are relatively inexpensive. There are also private guides and taxis. Furthermore, there's local buses that go around the island, and you can actually hop on and hop off those. Make sure you get back in time for your ship's embarkation. This is not a port where you want to miss the ship. There are no ferries between the Azores and mainland Portugal. The Azores are a combination of 9 islands that take up 700 kilometers from the first to the last. They were formed 8 million years ago through volcanic activity. The last eruption on Sao Miguel was in 1811 in Sete Cidades. In 1958, the last active volcano in Fauna took place in the Azores. The Azores still have secondary volcanic activity, including geysers. The Azores were discovered in 1432 by the Europeans. They are autonomous islands with their own president, but do belong to Portugal. Ponta Delgada was settled in 1570. It's the largest city in the Sete Cidades, which was settled in 1791, literally means 7 cities. It was named after the original 7 families that settled the crater. Although there is this alternative thought that perhaps there are 6 craters and lakes set inside an original large crater, so therefore making up the 7. The most famous area is the area around Sete Cidades with its 2 lakes. One blue, that lake is 4 kilometers wide, 35 meters deep, and is the color of blue because it is deep enough to reflect the sky. The green lake adjacent to it is only 1 kilometer wide and only 18 meters deep. Therefore, it is shallow enough that you can see the algae and the plant life below the surface, and it therefore appears green. There is a bridge that separates the 2 lakes, and that is also the separation of the color between the 2. Dairy, agriculture, fishing, tourism, those are the main economic drivers for the Azores. Sao Miguel is known for its happy cows. You will see them all over the island. The cows are kept happy through their free-range grazing, but are also milked in the fields with portable milking machines. They produce 50% of the milk for all of Portugal, not just the Azores. On April 25th of 1974, there was a peaceful civil war. Put a carnation on the gun of each soldier. It ended the dictatorship, allowing the Azores to become a democracy, and is known as the Revolution of the Carnation, the only civil war with no deaths. There are approximately 250,000 inhabitants in the Azores, although there are 1.5 million Azoreans around the world. There's sort of a common joke on the islands that if all of the Azoreans were to return home, the islands would sink. On the islands, there are native species of finches, bats, and hawks. It's known as the Island of the Eagles. In Portuguese, that would be the Islands of the Azores. That's how the Azores got their name. In reality, though, the eagle is not an eagle, it's actually a large hawk. So the name might be a bit of a misnomer because really it's the island of the hawks. In order to get wood, there have been Japanese pines planted around the island. There seems to be a significant supply of the pines, and they regrow, refortifying the wood sources. There's a major hotel that was built in the 1980s to the highest standards with every possible luxury and accommodation. It actually, though, was used to launder money rather than make money. It really was only in operation for about a year before it went under and has been taken over by the natural vegetation. So it stands with the most beautiful view over the lakes, growing trees. It has recently been purchased and will be made again into a fine luxury hotel and is expected to continue the economic drive towards tourism. We hope you found this video helpful for getting around Ponta Delgada. Check out our other videos on other ports and enjoy the journey.